Assalamualaikum and hello. So today our group will present about topic cross-site scripting, or as we know SSS. So before we start, I would like to introduce about our group. Okay, next. Okay, so my name is NURAIN HARUN, and our team MUHAMAD FAIQ NAJMUDDIN bin Muhammad Azam, NAZATUL NATASHA BINTI NASARUDIN, and PUGAANESWARI anak perempuan Velautham. Okay, so next we go to objective. I will pass to Natasha. Next.
Okay, objective for our assignment is to define and describe XSS, to understand how XSS work, and tips to prevent XSS. Okay, next. Okay, introduction of XSS. XSS is a type of injection attack in which malicious scripts are injected into otherwise benign and trusted website. XSS vulnerabilities target script embedded in a page that are executed on the client side rather than on the server side. During this process, unsanitized or unvalidated inputs are used to change output. However, they are most common in JavaScript, primarily because JavaScript is fundamental to most browsing experience. Some XSS attacks do not have a specific target. The attacker simply exploits a vulnerability in the application or site, taking advantage of anyone unlucky enough to fall victim. But in many cases, XSS is performed in a more direct way, such as in an email message. A cross-site scripting vulnerability may be used by attackers to bypass access controls such as the same origin policy. Okay, next.
Okay, now reflect XSS attack. So the first is perpetrator discover a website having a vulnerability that enables script injection. So the second, it goes to perpetrator injects the website with the malicious script that steals each web visitor section's cookies. Then the third, for each visit the website, the malicious script is activated. Then the fourth, visitors section cookie is sent to perpetrator. So reflect XSS attacks, also known as non-persistence attack, occur when a malicious script is reflect of a website application to the victim browser. Okay, next is how XSS works. Two stages to a typical XSS attack. First is to run malicious JavaScript code in a victim browser. An attacker must first find a way to inject malicious code into a web page that the victim visits. And then the second one is, after that the victim must visit the web page with the malicious code. If the attack is direct at the particular victims, the attack can use social engineering and or phishing to send a malicious URL to the victim. Next.
Okay, so for type of XSS, we have three types. First is store SSS. Okay, this attack occurs when a malicious script is being saved on the web server permanently. Second, reflected XSS. Okay, so for this attack occurs when a malicious script is not being saved on the web server but reflected in the website's result. And the third is DOM-based XSS. Okay, this occurs when the DOM environment is being changed but the code remains the same. Okay, next. Okay, so the effect of XSS. First is account hijacking. Okay, by stealing session cookies in the browser, then thus attacker can gain administrative access to web application. Second, Credential theft. Clone login page of an application. Phishing. Second, victim accidentally forward their credential to attacker server. And lastly is data leakage. Social security number, credit card info, personal identity info, and attacker use for ransom. Okay, next.
How to prevent XSS attack? There is several methods, which is firstly filter input on arrival. When at point where user input is received, filter strictly based on what is expected. Second, encode data on output. This is to prevent it from being interpreted as active content. Third, use appropriate response header. Validates all headers, cookies, and hidden file to ensure browser interpret intended responses. And lastly, use content security policy (CSP). This is to reduce the severity of any vulnerabilities. In conclusion, the XSS vulnerability is not unbeaten. However, it is easy to decrease the possibility of XSS attacks. Users need to choose a secure web browser and update users' web browser with the newest version. Also, there are many anti-XSS software programs which can be plugged in tools into users' web browser to help detect and block XSS attacks and advise the users to deny fake URLs. Then for the web application developers, all above is important to filter the data. It can be filters from data input process, data output process, which will eliminate the risk input items. In the future, there will be many more XSS detection and anti-XSS tools will be published. Users must pay more attention to this and make the computers more secure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's all from us. Thank you.